mean, if I could replicate any of that in the Ironman and do 4 hours for a marathon, I'd be pretty happy with that. Just before the last stop, I came off my bike trying to unclip, so it didn't really get any better.
An Ironman triathlon, ultimate single day endurance test, a 2.4 mile swim, a 112 mile bike, and a 26.2 mile full marathon run completed by some of the best athletes on the planet. This is my journey to balance work and family life to become an Ironman in 2023.
Hello and welcome back to another week of training. Well, most of the week, it's Wednesday now. Monday I went swimming. Tuesday I ran with the pram, and that is all the training so far. But today we're going to go for a long run. I don't know what happened to my shoes. I bought like 2 pairs of Hoka's like a couple of weeks ago, and I've somehow lost a pair. I've just spent like half an hour looking everywhere, and I can't find these shoes. I don't understand how they go missing. I'm using my supposedly race day shoes, not my long run shoes today. Jessie, could you like not sigh while I'm filming? She's just sat here sighing. I did a long run on Saturday last week. It was actually not that long, an hour and 20 minutes, but halfway through the run I did the park run, and I went quite fast for me. I think it was like my PB on that course at least. I'm going to do a long run today, 2 hours, roughly a half marathon, but what I want to try and do is do 5k warm up, easy, then 5k race pace, then another 5k easy, and then another 5k race pace, and then I don't know, maybe like a cool down or whatever after that, whatever makes up the 13.1 miles for a half marathon. I've got my new belt. I've got this Solomon belt now, which is not too bad. Water bowl is okay. It's not too annoying if it's like half full, so I've only filled the water bottle half. I'm probably just going to do an out and back, so if I decide I don't want the jacket, I'll just throw it in a bush somewhere. And I might also do that with the water bottle still. I've got the belt, but yeah, I might just throw that somewhere. I've realised I really need to wear this, especially if I go fast and it's warm. I just get so much sweat in my face. Okay, I'm going to head out for the run now. We'll leave this dog here. Got like 4k more recovery. Then we'll go fast again. So I want to try and beat that on the way back. But I do think I'm going to have a headwind, so we'll see how that goes. We're almost at the end. 21 kilometres in. Didn't manage to go quite as fast on the second 5k. My legs started to feel a bit of fatigue after like 9 miles, which is just before the last interval started, but we're still pretty comfortably under 9-minute miles, which I'm happy with. So, half marathon in like 2 hours with some intervals in there. I mean, if I could replicate any of that in the Ironman and do 4 hours for a marathon, I'd be pretty happy with that. So, yeah, time to get home and rest up. Look what I found. Hiding in Nicole's car. Have you been secretly running?
Maybe.
Or is it you? Somehow sunburnt my head yesterday. Don't know if you can really tell, but yeah, it was like a line where my headscarf thing didn't cover. It is Friday? No, it's Thursday. I went to the gym this morning, did some strength and conditioning, pretty decent session. Went to work all day, got home, it's now 10 to 8, and I'm going to go out for like 2 hours on the bike. Probably like an hour and 50 minutes, something like that. Pretty much in a race against the sun, because it says the sun's going to set at like 9:30, so I'm hoping we get a little bit more light than that, because I haven't got any lights on my bike at the minute. Okay, we're like an hour in. Doing pretty well, to be fair. The sun is going down, but we should have time to make it back. I've got a couple more big climbs to go. And I'm feeling pretty tired, not gonna lie. Felt fine until I got on the bike. But it's been a long day. Nearly done. The sun is setting behind me. Just on the last like mile to home now. Right, we're out on a ride. Next day. The sun is up now. It is hot. It's going to get hotter as well. Didn't really have any food to eat this morning. Just didn't have much in the house, so bit of toast with some biscuit spread. Got some snacks on the bike though, so should keep me going. I think it's like 69 kilometres on the cars today, 45 miles, something like that. It's a pretty decent ride. An hour in. I am feeling it with the ride yesterday, but should be able to get it done okay. Lots of climbs as well. I don't know why. I just can't plan routes well. Always have too many hills. One right now. Alright, crack on. The glasses are off. We are only 2 hours and 23 minutes in. I thought it was about 2 hours, but we're just not going fast enough. Just stopped to get a drink because it is so hot. I need something cold, and I've not got too long to go, so got some Skittles as well. Eat them on the way back, and then we'll get off and have a quick run. That should be the plan. The ride is done. Just out for a little 5k brick run now. Oh, it's so hot. Put sun cream on again, so hope you don't burn. I forgot to mention, just before the last stop. I like came off my bike trying to unclip, so got a nice cut on my leg. Knee's feeling a bit sore, but should be okay for this run. Also messed up and got sugar-free Red Bull, which I didn't mean to get, but some caffeine to keep me going through this run. Quite good, to be fair. I don't know, I didn't feel like I was getting any faster, and then I looked at my watch and I was doing like 5:10 pace, so quite happy with that. And yeah, not bad pace, and I feel okay now. Just need to eat and recover because I've got work tonight, so probably going to have a smoothie. Need to kind of roughly figure out how many calories I've ate already today, because I don't want to be in a calorie deficit, so I need to make sure I'm eating enough later. And then the plan tomorrow is probably just going to be to do a park run, but I'm going to take Arlo, go in the pram, have a little fun day out, and that'll be the training for the week. So the Saturday pram run did not go ahead as planned. As I mentioned, I fell off my bike the day before. It didn't really get any better. I didn't even mention my hand at the time because it didn't really hurt, but basically that night I went to work, did like 4 hours of just hard working, using my arms the whole time, and after like 4 hours went for my break, and then during that break, I guess resting, my hand just started to throb. It got bigger and bigger. By the end of the night, it was so painful. I was driving home. Someone at work thankfully had a spare splint that they lent me to get home, because that was the only thing that would like stop the pain, was like the pressure on it to hold it together. I'd taken like paracetamol, ibuprofen, just to kind of like knock me out. I'd rang 111 at this point because I was convinced that like something was broken. So the next morning I was off, went straight to the hospital. Had to wait for like 2 hours to have a scan. Nothing broken, thankfully. There was like a small line in there, which apparently might have been a previous fracture that I guess didn't know about. So I don't know if I fractured my wrist at some point before. Just muscle soreness, and after a couple of days it did start to go down. So yeah, basically been told to rest for like 4 weeks. Obviously, Ironman training, full rest is probably not possible, but what we will do is probably just ride inside for the next 4 weeks. We'll limit the amount of gym. Maybe I'll just go to the gym and do legs. Maybe I'll just wait for a couple of weeks. Swimming, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to swim or not yet. Running's fairly fine. I have ran since, and yeah, it doesn't really hurt. So yeah, just kind of using this. Got some exercises to do. I just want to make sure I'm not going to make it worse. So that's why I think cycling indoors for the next few weeks probably for the best. Don't want to risk falling off again and then just like, hurt my hand more. I don't even really know how I did it. All I can think is that in the moment I fell off, I just put my hand down instinctively, and then that's caused the damage, and then I've just made it worse. I really think if I just rested that night, I probably wouldn't have even got this bad, but yeah, I just didn't really even know there was anything wrong. And that's why I didn't even really mention the accident or falling off, because it just didn't really hurt or anything. I basically was going up to a roundabout, and then like 2 cars whizzed round that I wasn't expecting, tried to unclip, couldn't unclip in time, fell over on my side, hurt my knee more than anything, which is still a little bit cut up, but like, the leg's been fine. So Ironman training, nothing goes to plan. You can plan out all your sessions for 6 months or whatever and have the perfect training plan to hit all your goals. It's not going to go to plan, so that's kind of just, we're used to that now. That's how we adapt and keep going forward. So I suppose what we're going to have to do going forward is try and look at like strength and conditioning, where I normally look at my legs and stuff like that, maybe like wrist strength. Join me next week and we'll do a full week of training while injured. We'll see how that goes.